Leaders and people of faith in Iowa, those who stand with us today and those from across Iowa, are extremely concerned about the influence of an out-of-state extremist group who is playing havoc with Iowa's retention election, seeking to change the very nature of our judicial system. The creation of the Iowa for Freedom group by Bob Vander Plaats demonstrates how a special interest group with a defined political agenda can undermine the integrity and the impartiality of our courts. It is clear that the extremist group from Tupelo, Mississippi, American Family Association, or known as AFA, is financing the Iowa for Freedom in an attempt to hijack Iowa's courts. As printed on the website and in the TV ad, it says, Iowa for Freedom is a project of AFA action. It is clear that Iowa for Freedom is an agent of AFA action. The poster beside me contains clear images of this partnership between AFA and Iowa for Freedom. Despite attempts by Bob Vander Plaats to downplay the group's involvement, the relationship between AFA and Iowa for Freedom appears to be undeniably intertwined and politically beneficial to both. If you look at the extremist positions of AFA and its leaders, it is no wonder Bob Vander Plaats has downplayed his association with the group. That is why we are here today, to educate Iowans about AFA and its beliefs, AFA's control over Iowa for Freedom, and their efforts to politicize our courts. Clearly, American Family Association is an extremist hate group. The fanatical statements and actions of AFA are tracked by the Southern Poverty Law Center, which is a well-respected organization that tracks hate speech and hate groups. On the poster, you will find just a few examples of the extreme views propagated by leaders of AFA. And I have to tell you, when I saw the poster and all of the statements, I was overwhelmed as a person of faith by these statements, and I recoiled from them. How could anyone say such hateful words? How could any group, in the name of faith, say such horrendous things? It is beyond my understanding. It is gravely concerning to us that a hate-mongering group such as AFA is the single funder of an effort to insert its narrow political agenda into Iowa with the sole purpose of disrupting our fair and impartial courts. To speak more about this issue, it is my honor to introduce some of Des Moines' religious leaders. I have with me Matt Martis LaCroix, who is a minister at Plymouth Congregational Church and is the board chair of Interfaith Alliance of Iowa. I have Rabbi Stephen Edelman Blank, who is the rabbi at Tifereth Israel, and I have with me Reverend Mark Stringer, who is the minister at First Unitarian Church. And I'll have Rabbi Martis LaCroix speak first. And so we asked Bob Vander Plaats to explain to Iowans his allegiance to the American Family Association. Does he agree with their rhetoric of discrimination and hate? We asked why he calls his organization Iowa for Freedom, when the freedoms enjoyed by many Iowans are threatened by those who bankroll his efforts. We call upon Bob Vander Plaats to denounce AFA's harmful rhetoric and to distance his efforts from AFA and any other hate group.